to the audio show.
So whether hardcore Amber fans want to admit it or not, Dave has become a highlight. And the truth of the matter is Dave has a role in this entire divorce, but people don't really want to acknowledge that, they kind of put it as though Dave is just this what would you call it now? This differentiating, isolated figure, that is operating in a vacuum and that it's having no effect on Amber. But I think it's there, and I think that there's a reason why they've given us Dave. Let's jump into it.
And with the addition of Uber Eats, the numbers are going to be through the roof. Through the roof. I could just tell by looking, I've been doing this for a long time, that the restaurant are going to start doing numbers. It's going to scale. If you're on the winning team, I told you we get it done.
Yeah, you told me that. That's great. I guess our Uber Eats and DoorDash sales, they've definitely they've picked up. And yes, I see it. I mean,
Uber Eats, and you also got an option to do billboards. I mean,
You know what is interesting though? The funny thing is, as much as we've said Anthony, right? People have said, Anthony not supportive, and sure, we've seen his modes have not been supportive. He did mention DoorDash and he did mention Uber Eats. So if these things are actually starting to boom the business, the truth of the matter is Anthony did offer those advice. They just were shot down. I just want to make sure I leave that caveat in there, so that way the people them don't say only you're not very balanced in your assessment, because he did suggest all of that, but those ideas were shot down. Who shoot them down, I'm not sure, but I just know they were shot down.
talking about another level then.
okay.
I'm talking about really, 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 really seeing the numbers you want to hit. Through the roof. Telling you.
Yeah, that's great. You definitely.
You don't seem like it's so, you ain't excited. What's up? This is what you paid me to do.
Right. That's what I paid you to do. Everything. I'm good. Sorry,
You good?
I might be a little.
The vibe is off a little bit. Your energy is not yourself. What's going on?
Nothing.
Sure.
Yeah, just one of those days.
Lifing.
Life is definitely lifing for sure.
So in other words, she's bringing around the energy of the divorce right now. About the place. Okay, so you see, for those who keep talking about the whole idea of the counseling, and when O'Neill mentioned counseling and therapy, it sounds like a bad word that I'm mentioning, because of course y'all just want to say a divorce very quickly and very fast and snapping the finger. I'm more up for a divorce, a therapy session, or some amount of counseling, because at least she would get a chance to process the feelings that she's going through. So that you know that when she makes this decision, which she's making, while she's making this decision, she's actually processing the decision, and she's not just making a hasty decision. Because there have been a lot of people who have said Amber is making a hasty decision. And I think that them have plausibility in their arguments. There are plots. So she need to get a divorce. Sure. We understand what you're talking about, but it's almost as if there are some people that are saying the sequence is off. The sequence as to how she's doing it is off. And I believe that too. I think that you could have some amount of therapy in there or counseling in there, just so it gives her an idea to process what she's feeling. So that way that whatever it is that she's thinking, she's bringing that out step by step as she goes through the process. So she's 100% sure as to what she's doing. Versus one day she come in showing that she don't care. The next day she's coming down to the low, basically looking like she's looking right now. That's all I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't want to talk about it?
I'm getting divorced.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
that's why you weren't wearing your ring. I noticed that.
Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing my ring. It's
You okay?
yeah. I mean, I'm just I'm taking it all in. It's been a journey.
Divorce is hard.
Yeah, it's we've been through a lot and tried to work it out. Tried to hang in there, and
I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
All right. So for those who keep coming off of the track that Dave is not a heterosexual male, no, they presented him as a heterosexual male. That's who you're looking at. You're looking at a heterosexual male. So please dispel all of the rumors. By the way, I didn't like the mere fact that once a man is successful and in black, apparently, me no know. the word gay seems to go with him. I don't know where that is coming from, but I feel like we need to stop that. You know, is by the way, I don't think y'all did that accidentally. I think it's a normal knee-jerk reaction. You know, for some reason, you know, him always a come out of the closet. We don't know where these things come from, but apparently it is within us to say these things. You know what I mean? This is a heterosexual male, and they're playing a heterosexual male coming in contact with a woman who is now about to get a divorce and is in a very vulnerable state. And they're wondering, is this woman going to fall to this man in case you don't know what's going on? For those who talking about, oh, she's not going to do this with Dave and she's not going to do that and she did this before and why she wouldn't do this now, we don't know. So we have to watch and see.
It's no big deal. I'm getting divorced. That's it. It is what it is, you know. What do they say? Life happens.
It does.
And,
Well, hey, let's go in the house.
okay, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate everything that you're doing.
Our pleasure. We're gonna get it done.
Yeah, I actually should probably get out of here. But yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm just a little off today. I'm sorry, but yeah, you can go ahead and go ahead. But no, honestly, thank you. Thank you for the rest of is doing great.
Okay, so truth be told, the woman is not here. Her brains are not here, and that's why O'Neill was saying she needs some therapy. So while going through this particular thing, this is where the therapy should have come in. I also do believe that the counseling should have happened because I feel like she should air out her grievances before she leaves. But hey, Una said no, you know what I mean? Because that's how y'all think. Una think I must just get mad in this grand scheme of things, throw your hand up in the air and just walk right out. And that's like the most gangster thing a black woman can ever do. But the truth of the matter is, I believe that it will be in black women's best interest, you know, and black men to sometime have a neutral conversation, a conversation with someone that is a neutral party to both of you. What that mean? Someone that does not know you both. Because then you're using the assessment of not a friend, because friend is going to be on your side or a friend going to be on the man's side. A neutral party. Somebody choose out that in here. Even if, say, funny thing is for me, even if Amber were to be the one to choose the therapist, then choose the person. A marriage family therapist or a counselor, somebody like that. Choose somebody like that. And then sit down and hear the grievances so that way they both on can talk and see, just to make sure that whatever you're understanding that you think you're going to do is exactly what it is and it's nothing different. That's all I'm gonna ask for. That's all O'Neill has been asking for. But when O'Neill asks for these things, when I say, boy, O'Neill, no, there's no more talking and went to counseling before. But y'all say it was biased. So what do you mean? I just don't understand. Y'all said the counseling, the therapy session the last time was very biased. And I agreed with y'all. Somebody said this time, Amber should pick a therapist and see exactly if whatever them saying, you know, whatever she's saying and whatever she's hearing from Anthony, how she's perceiving it. That's what I believe. And I'm not saying, by the way, she shouldn't get a divorce. I'm just saying take your time and process whatever you're feeling, because it is clear she hasn't processed it yet. And you know Amber is. As much as she flaunt around and give her the impression that she's this strong up in the whatever it is here, she still is very timid on the inside, like you can see right now. Still very timid, still not sure if she's doing the right thing, because that's what she's showing. That's what they're presenting the character. But give me your stake. Today's moderator day. You know, today's the day when we go at it to the moderators. In love though. In love and in good spirit. Give me a take on this one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.